comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And that changes everything here in OT. One overtime, how about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man left side, that's the tight end, Herndon. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Coleman now. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Now Wilson. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. It's a possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Now Marino. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And we will play on here in overtime. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering where's that magic line for my kicker. They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes...
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Steps away to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running